Here, they've given me the name or the equation of the line, and they just want me to find a point, any point. So just take your time and see if x was a 1, then y would have to be a 2 in order for it to mathematically give you a 3. So 1, 2 is a possible answer here. 4 minus 1 is a possible answer there. There is so many possible answers for any point on a line. If you want a specific point, like maybe you want to know exactly where it cuts the y-axis. So if I look at my diagram here, if I want to know where something cuts the y-axis, the x must be a 0. So if this was a 0, then what would y have to be? So 0 plus what gives me 3? It would have to be 0, 3. That's how I can find out not just any point, but a specific point, maybe where it cuts the y-axis. Now, we can also find out where it cuts the x-axis. So if we wanted to, if it cuts the y-axis where the x is 0, then it'll cut the x-axis. I let the y be 0. So in that situation, it would be 3, 0. The most important thing is that you can find a point on this line and work from there. Because finding any point on the line allows you to draw it if they ask. It allows you to find the slope of the line if they ask. And you can just know maybe where, if I draw the line, where it cuts with another line. So we can find the point of intersection between two lines on a graph. Here, take your time, you can pause the video, try and find a point on this line. So what would the x be? What would the y be? So that when I have x plus 2 times the y, I get a 10. So maybe we could find out, like let's let this be 0 maybe. So if that was a 0, that would have to be a 5. Okay, and I can find that's where it cuts the y-axis. So if I drew it now, it's off up here at 0, 5. So I can start drawing my point so that I can maybe get a second one. So maybe take your time now. So 2, 4, would that work? So 2 plus 2 times 4. So 2 plus 8 is 10. So then over 2 up 4. And again, I draw my line just so I can see it, or maybe they specifically asked me to in the exam. Take your time now for these last two. Have a go, pause the video and just see if you can find some. I'm just going to put a few here, but there is an infinite amount of them. I think 2, 3 works. Let's just check it out. 2 times the x, so 2 times the 2 is 4, minus a 3 does give me 1. Three, 5 I think works. 2 times the 3, 2 times the x value, minus the y value does give me 1, and so on. And with this one, it might look different. You can always use your algebra to move it around, but even if we leave it like this, one, no, maybe 2, 6, We might be going into some decimals here. So some can be trickier than others. Maybe 3, so 3 3s are 9. And then maybe 3 5. Let's check if 3 5 is on that. So 3 3s are 9, minus 2 5s are 10, plus a 1 is 0. So that point happens to be on both these lines. So if you were to draw these two lines, that's the point where they might cross over or intersect. Just so happens it's on both of those lines. And see if you can find any more. Take your time. As I said, some might take me a few minutes more than others.